speaker this morning is Mike Slattery. Slaughtered that. It's this guy over here. Yesterday afternoon, Mike gave this same speech to one of his insured's construction company employees. Because of the company's high rate of annual auto accidents, this company could only be insured if they implemented a monthly driving awareness safety program. Mike's speech this morning is a shorter version of the entire class that he gave to the company drivers. His speech is classified as speaking to inform, and the title is Defensive Driving Rules. Please join me in welcoming Mike Slattery as he gives us defensive driving rules. 6 to 8 minutes. Mike Slattery.
Well, thank you, Madam Chairman. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Slattery. I'm an agency producer for Farmers Insurance, and I'm here today to speak with you about defensive driving rules. Now, I understand that all of you drive the trucks, you drive the equipment, but over the last 3 years, with the permission of your owner, Mike, I have been asked, because of the increasing premium rate that he has to pay over the last 3 years for all of your accidents. Now, is there anyone here that I see that in that period of time has never been involved in a company accident? I don't know. So anyway, that's the reason that I'm here, is that we want not only to have safe driving, we also want to make sure that no one is injured. Now, you are all aware that a couple of months ago, our company paid to someone that you hit over $100,000. Now, I know that doesn't come out of your own pocket, but it does come out of the company's pocket. And that is why I'm here. So, as much as you don't want to be here, perhaps, there may be some things that you may not be aware of, or if any other reason, I want you, as drivers, to be aware when you're behind the wheel. And so there are certain rules that are out there that if you're aware, before you begin to put the pedal down or hit the brake, then you will be able to see that you might stop an accident. So the first rule that I have is drivers are required to maintain a safe following distance at all times. Drivers of passengers' vehicles should keep a 3-second interval between their vehicle and the vehicle that's immediately in front of them. And the faster that we go, the more speed. We should change that from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. Now, I understand you're saying, well, wow, what do I got to do? Get out of the car and then go 1,001, 3? No, I don't want you to do that. As a general rule, for every 10 miles an hour that you're moving, keep a car length between you and the car that's in front of you. If you're doing 60, 65 miles an hour, keep 6 car lengths. Now, you have to understand you're driving a truck. It's not a 3,500-pound car. It could be a $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 vehicle, and it's going to take longer for you to stop than it is when you're in your little Fiat. So keep that in mind. Don't be getting up on the back end of a car because you're in a hurry to get back to the lot, and then all of a sudden that car stops or slows down and you decide to push it into the next lane. No! Stay what? Behind the vehicle. A good safe distance, because you cannot stop as quickly as you can when you're in your car. Plain. You all know that. Now, another thing about that, when you're driving at speed, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, be aware of the climate, the weather, be aware of the lighting, and be aware of the traffic. So if there's a lot of traffic and it's dark and it's raining, slow down. It just makes common sense. But because we as drivers are more thinking about our emotions as we drive, we don't do that. We're in a hurry, like I say, to get back to the lot. It's dark, it's raining. Man, I got my foot in it. And because of that, we're not aware that it's a potential accident. So just be aware, length between you and the car in front of you. Drivers must yield the right-of-way to all traffic control signals and signs requiring them to do so. Drivers should also be prepared to yield for safety's sake at any time. Pedestrians and bicycles in the roadways always have the right-of-way. I'm going to tell you a little story that happened about a month ago. I'm on my way home. It's dark. I come to a freeway entrance. There's probably maybe 5, 6, 7 cars behind me. And the light turns green. I'm going to make a right turn onto the entrance. Now, I realize that the pedestrians always have the right of way. On the other side of the entrance of the freeway is a little old man. He steps off and he looks and he's walking across, and I'm looking at the walk sign and the don't walk sign, 20 seconds, 50. He's halfway through in about 7 seconds to go. People behind me are what? Bang, bang, bang on the horn, on their horns. They don't see this person coming across. So had I taken off and I hadn't realized that this man was coming across, I might have hit him. I might have hit him. So be aware that pedestrians and bicyclists have the right of way. You don't. Even if they decide to cross in the middle of the street, no crosswalk or anything, you're at fault. So always be aware around you, if you're going through neighborhoods and so on, for children, adults, people that are going to cross the street, especially in a high traffic area where there's a lot of stores, be aware. Avoid driving in other drivers' blind spots. Attempt to maintain eye contact with the other vehicles, either directly or through your mirrors. How many times have you made a lane change and not looked? I know I have. Now think about this. If someone's on your blind spot and you're going to make a lane change to the left side or to the right side, disaster. Disaster. I got to tell you a story that happened on my way to an appointment probably a year or so ago. I'm on the freeway. I'm looking at the cars in front of us, and there's a merge lane coming up onto the freeway. We have 3 lanes on the freeway. This guy's on the right side. There's another car right in his blind spot. As the car merges up, the guy decides, the driver decides to move from his lane to the left lane, so he's going to let the car that's merging in, not realizing that there was a car on his blind spot. Kaboom! He hit this car. That car hit the K rail in the middle, flipped over. The guy who hit him spun around. Of course, I'm backing off, and by the time all this thing ends up, I'm past it, so I didn't stop to help. But the point I'm making, make sure that you know if there's a car on your side, right or left side. So, overall, as a defensive driver, expect the unexpected. Anticipate bad driving by others. Look ahead for hazards. And always drive under control, not alcohol, no drugs, and obey the rules of the road. Madam Toastmaster.
Hey.